Hello, Jonah. Welcome to Big Fish Industries. We're the lead reporters here. My name is Ezra, and this is...
I'm Rebecca.
Thank you
It's
for
an honor
having
to have you.
Thank you for having me. I'm very excited to be here.
Great.
Well, let's get started. So, Jonah, how would you describe your life?
Well, my life has been a very crazy journey packed with a lot of diverse experiences. My journey with God was full of a lot of disobedience and trust, and in some cases it seemed as if he was never there, but in reality it was me who vanished from him.
Very interesting to hear. So, would you say your life was one big roller coaster?
What's a roller coaster?
Obviously, he doesn't know what that is. We can talk about that later. Jonah, could you tell us what ultimately made you disobey God?
Well, I was afraid and I felt very unprepared. The example I always use to the best describe the decision to disobey is like when a child is told not to touch a hot surface, but they do anyway. I consistently found excuses to avoid listening to God's commands. I mean, at one point I didn't feel worthy of being used at all. My life at that point felt like a waste, and I told God that I would rather die than be alive.
Wow, it's very interesting to hear. I never quite understood, the story, but now that you're explaining it, I'm starting to get a better understanding of it. What made you decide to draw back to God?
Well, I realized that my life without the Lord was basically meaningless. I mean, I knew that even though I didn't want to fulfill what he had to call me to do, I had to do it. Even though I felt unworthy to what he had called me to do, he prepared me and reminded me that he uses the broken. I mean, in Genesis 1:27, so God created mankind in his own image. He reminded me that if I am made in his image, I'm valuable and can be used.
Jonah, what lessons did you learn from your experience being used by God?
Well, the lesson for me was that God's plan is way far beyond ours. Salvation comes from the Lord, and obedience to God will prepare us for what he has called us to do. And this is something I tell everyone when they ask me these type of questions.
Well, Jonah, thank you for coming in, man. We really appreciate you coming in and talking about your experiences with life. We're looking forward to seeing you in the future, man. Thanks so much. Have a good one.
It was nice to meet you.
Really good.